who's as excited as me because finally the weather is a bit cold. I mean, I've been waiting for the cold for so long now. I'm so happy that it's autumn. It's like one of my favorite seasons, and yeah, I'm just so happy. Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm back with another video. As you can see, I'm no longer pregnant. So yeah, I've been blessed with a new baby. I'm so grateful. It's been about 2 weeks now, and that's why now I'm filming a new video. So in today's video I'm going to be talking about my labor and delivery story. I thought it would be really good to make a kind of like comparison of my experience giving birth here in the UK compared to my first delivery, which was in my home, Tunisia. So I thought it would be really interesting to do this kind of comparison. It's nothing to do with like comparing the systems, but it's just how I felt generally about the whole experience of labor. Before we get into the video, please don't forget to subscribe into my YouTube channel for more videos. Hit the notification button in order to get notified with me posting a new video every week. And yeah, let's jump straight into the video. Okay, so when was it? 9th of September 2020. My midwife decided to come to do the sweep, which was meant to be done on the 10th. That day in the morning I woke up and I had the blood show, so I thought, what an amazing coincidence that the midwife is coming on that day. So I said to her, yes, I think it's going to be the perfect day for you to do the sweep, because I know how my body is, and if I've received, like if I've seen the blood show, it means that I'm quite ready for labor. So the sweep would be just like, it would be a plus for me to get things going faster. So the midwife came, she's done the sweep, and straight after that I had my contractions. My contractions were very mild, but they were consistent. I was just waiting for them to get intense and to get closer in time, but they haven't for a long, let's say for about 2-3 hours. But after that I had a warm bath, and straight after it my contractions were happening every 2 minutes. Can you imagine? I was shocked. I was like, oh my god, I think it's time for me to go to the hospital, otherwise I'm going to be having the baby at home. As if you've watched my other video, the 38th week update, you would know that my birth plan was to give birth in water, to do like a water birth in a birth center. So that was my plan till the end. I haven't changed it or anything, and yeah, I was expecting for that to happen. So yeah, I headed to the hospital because I thought, yeah, it's happening very quickly. And as soon as I arrived, I got checked by the midwife, and she said that I was 3 centimeters dilated. Right, the surprising bit is that I didn't know that this happens in this country. She told me to go back home and to relax because I'm not ready for labor yet. I'm not in active labor. And I was like, that didn't sound right for me, because I just know that with me everything kind of like develops very quickly. So I said to her, are you sure? Because with my first pregnancy I had contractions and then the baby came very fast, so I think with the second one it might be even faster. So I said to her, I don't think it's a good idea for me to go home. So I refused to go home, and I said to her, please, I would like to stay here. Just it's a lot more like reassuring for me to be surrounded by, you know, the midwives and stuff. So she was like, okay, let me check if there is like an empty bed, blah blah blah. And then she was like, sorry, but we can't put you into the birth center now, nor the delivery like suite. You're just gonna stay in the early labor ward. So I said, yeah, that's fine, as long as I'm here I'll be fine. So yeah, I was in the labor ward and I was having kind of like contractions still, but when they got closer at home I thought that it's gonna happen, but then as soon as I got into the hospital they were still 5 minutes apart, and then sometimes 10 minutes apart. So I was like, this is kind of strange. Why is it happening like this? So I mean, everything was kind of like different for me in this pregnancy, because the contractions were not painful, they were very mild, and I think this time is going to take a little bit longer. So I was at the early labor ward for about 2 hours, and in those 2 hours everything gone really fast. The contractions didn't change in the sense that they were not very painful. They were still very manageable because I was breathing through them. I was like still like handling, I was still talking to some of the ladies around, I was having food. So when the midwife came to check me, she said, I think you're not ready for labor yet, because you're still talking, you're still eating, and that's just a sign that your contractions are not really strong. So then I was like, yeah, but they're getting more painful and I feel like I'm getting there. And she was like, yeah, I will check you in a bit and then we'll see how it goes. Surprisingly, they don't really check how many centimeters dilated that often in this country, which is different to how it was in Tunisia, because when I was giving birth in a private clinic, the midwife would come and check me every 1 or 2 hours to see how many centimeters dilated and see whether I'm ready to give birth or not. But over here she said that we don't really do that because we just worry that there would be some sort of infection, so we don't do it. I think they just guess from your face whether you're ready to give birth or not, which I thought wasn't right, because every woman is different. I mean, you could be managing contractions and you are actually in active labor. I think that was the case with me. My contractions were not really painful, but I was ready to give birth at that time. So she didn't check me. I was just like sitting down and breathing through my contractions, and all of a sudden my contractions just gone like up to the roof. They became really painful suddenly, like no alarm whatsoever, and I was ready to push, and I was like shouting, like I was shouting so much. I was like, oh my god, I'm ready to push. So the lady near me went quickly to get the midwife, and the midwife came and they were shocked. I was like 10 centimeters dilated and I was pushing the baby out. I was literally in the early labor ward, so I wasn't in the delivery suite, I wasn't in the birth center, I was literally not in the right place. So what they've done, so all of a sudden I just see like 10 midwives surrounding me. They've put me on, obviously, like, because when you're like having contractions, you just feel like when you're pushing, when the baby is coming out, you just feel like your legs are open. So they had to like put my legs on the side so that the baby doesn't come out. So they were literally stopping the baby from coming out, and I was like, oh my god, I'm pushing, she's coming. They were like, don't push, just breathe, and don't try to push, just breathe. And I'm like, what the hell, if she's coming, she needs to come, isn't it? So yeah, I mean, they were like, obviously, like, they were rushing me with the chair and like obviously with the the bed. So they were pushing me through the wards like really quick in order to take me to the delivery suite. And yeah, I mean, as soon as I got to the delivery suite, 2-3 pushes and the baby was out. So I can't believe that it happened this fast. I was like, I wasn't expecting this, they were not expecting it. I mean, I knew that my delivery and labor in general are very quick, but not like this quick, and like it happened like very suddenly, no alarms whatsoever. Yeah, so my birth plan didn't happen according to my birth plan, and that's what I've discussed in my other video. I said you just plan something and then like something else happened. I mean, if they checked me like and checked, like they've done an internal checkup and see how many centimeters dilated, I would have probably given birth in the swimming pool, and it would have been like, it would have gone according to how I planned. But unfortunately they haven't done that, and I'm grateful that I was safe and the baby was safe, but it was a bit of a risk, to be honest. I think it was a bit of a mistake from them not to like check how fast my labor was going, because I didn't show that I was actually in active labor. So yeah, but with in Tunisia it was quite like different, even though my labor was like longer. So it was about, since my contraction started, it took about 6-7 hours to get the baby out. But they were like, the nurses and the midwives, they were very like, they would come and check me every hour and see how many centimeters dilated, as I said. And yeah, so by 8 centimeters they took me to this delivery suite, so everything was on time, everything like went according to how we planned. To be honest, I heard a couple of stories from other women giving birth here in the UK, and they kind of like share the same kind of experiences. They say that they don't really check much here, and women end up like either having birth by themselves or just like not getting to the, like, you know, the delivery suite on time and things like that. I don't know, maybe this is how it works here, I'm not sure. But yeah, I mean, the whole story was kind of funny, kind of like dramatic, but I'm just quite happy that me and the baby are fine. She was born quite tiny, but I think it's just she's just come like exactly like very similar to me, because I'm not really big. When I was born, I weighed like, I think 1 kg 900. I was really small and tiny baby. She's tiny baby. She's a bit obviously like bigger than me, but she's a tiny baby. But health wise and everything, she's like a healthy, cute little baby, and I'm so happy that she's here. And she was so much anticipated. And yeah, I did actually filmed a couple of videos when I was in the hospital, and I really wanted to like vlog the whole labor like experience, but unfortunately, because of how fast everything evolved, I don't think I was able to like take any more videos. So this is why I've just decided to talk about the whole experience just in a video like this. So I hope that you've enjoyed my labor and delivery story. It was a quite interesting one, and yeah, thank you so much for watching my video. And please, as I said, subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos. I'll be doing more maternity videos because of like having a newborn, and I think it would be nice to share like some tips and tricks on how to look after a newborn, what are the essential stuff that you need for a newborn and stuff like that. So yeah, thank you so much for watching my video, and see you in my next video. Bye!